I'm Nigel. I'm from Belgium, Antwerp. This is Vasilis, my friend and my partner. I have a sound technician, Yanis, who's gonna tell me if I'm speaking too soft because there's a lot of noise. All right? All right? Yeah. And I have a fan, my biggest fan, Francisco. Okay? All right. Everybody knows the berimbolo, or do people not have a clue what it is? No? Okay, I'll show it. I'll show it one time, and then I'm gonna try and chop it up in few different blocks. Okay, it's gonna be the basic berimbolo. So if you've been doing it yourself, maybe you won't learn anything new. But I'm gonna try and teach it more for the white and blue belts. But I think it can be good for you. Usually, it comes from Della Riva, where I get my partner on his hip. I grab something, lock on, come very close, get him here, elevate his hips, and start crawling to his back. Okay? That's it. Okay? We're gonna start. I'm gonna try and explain as little as possible because it's too complicated. Okay? Lay flat on your back. So what you're gonna do is, you're gonna lay hip to hip. Start. The person that's gonna do the berimbolo or try it is gonna lift your partner's leg and lock it with your own leg. Okay? And now what you're gonna do is from here, you're gonna try and get your chest to your partner's back. Okay? From here, you're gonna try and crawl around and get your chest against your partner's back. I'm not gonna show it on purpose. Just give it a try, okay? It's very important that you're hip to hip, okay? If your hip is a line, you should make one line, okay? If you're too high, this is not gonna work. Like, this is not strong enough, okay? Use your leg. All right, so hip against hip. Interlock your legs, and from here, crawl underneath his leg and try and get your chest to touch his back. All right? 1, 2, 3. Was it working? I saw some people that know their berimbolo do it correctly. Okay. Did anybody have problems with it? Nobody? Okay. All right. So maybe my point didn't come across. All right. So for me to make this work, if Vasilis, it's a great defense. The only thing he needs to do is nothing. Keep his shoulders on the mat. Okay? If he keeps his shoulders on the mat and I try to come around it, it's very, very hard to get chest to back. Okay? Maybe I finish my sweep. That's also fine, but I want the back. Okay? So I want his hips elevated off the mat for me to go to his back. Okay? If they're on the floor, if his hips is on the floor, his shoulders are on the floor, and it's very hard for me to go around the corner. All right? So the most important thing of the whole class is hips off the floor. Okay? Remember that. It's really important. Okay? So, you can do it on a few different ways. My favorite one is I bring my knees as close to my body as possible, and now I just put my feet on the floor. Okay? Like this. Elevate the hip of the floor. When you're in the gi, you can grab the pants, and now I can just push the hip. Okay? The moment I got the hip, now I can let go of my legs. He wants to turn into me. It's very hard to do. Now I got my legs free to do other stuff. Okay? So, most important thing is to get those hips off the mat. All right? So, hip against hip. I lock the leg, bring my knees as close as possible, and now just bring my feet on the floor. All right? And push his hip. If you're in no-gi, just push it away like this. Okay? It's a bit less secure, but it works. All right? So again, one person He's gonna try and get the back. Just to back, you don't need the hooks. And you start from here, okay? So really, just put your feet on the floor and start from here. Okay? 1, 2, 3.
Ich gebe dir das und du gibst mir dem was weiter.
So I'm gonna show it again, and then do like the last little crawl to the back. Okay? Which way? Let's go. Make sure you don't let go of the hip elevation too fast. Okay? There's a lot of people here. You see the back, right? It's a bit back. You see the back, so you're like, I want it, right? And then you let go of the legs, and then it starts crawling away. Okay? Take it easy. Mostly it fails because you want to go too fast. It's right there, okay? But take your time. Especially in the beginning, if you've never done it before, just take your time, the speed will come. Okay? So, I'm here. I bring my knees on the floor and I keep my, see how the bend in my leg? I keep it. I don't extend my leg yet, okay? I keep it here. I also don't push too fast because then they roll away, okay? You can crawl on top, it's not that bad, but it's not the end goal here. I'm here. So I push his hip. You can do it anyway, I'm just explaining one way. Huh? Just keep his hip off the floor, all right? Now this means if I extend my leg, his hip stays off the floor, okay? The first thing you want to do is now grab as high as you can, whatever you can, and try and get your foot inside. So get your hook inside, okay? So I'm here, get that hook inside, okay? Because now if Vasilis wants to crawl away, it's not possible anymore, okay? And when my leg is here, he crawls over it and he's gone, okay? So take your time, step by step. It's a lot of steps, I know. And this is only the end part. Okay, so over here, most important thing, hip off the floor. Keep it off the floor, okay? Push. With your free hand, grab as high as you can. Grab the cloth, grab the neck. If you can, the neck is the best. I like it the most, okay? Now I'm here. I know his hip is off the floor with my stiff arm. This leg becomes free, okay? I lock it in his leg. You can also just go across, okay, but make sure it's not flat on the floor. Hook, go across, doesn't really matter, okay? And now I get as high as possible, okay? And then the battle starts for the second hook, whatever you want to do, okay? Sometimes I just like locking here. It's a very strong back take, but no points, okay? Up and start attacking, okay? Step by step, take it easy, speed will come. 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
Okay, if you're struggling, that is normal. Sometimes you need a few classes of this before. Don't worry, don't get discouraged, okay? But I need to move on because I only have an hour, all right? I'm gonna let you try again. I'm gonna do it once. For people that are very new to Jiu-Jitsu, it's gonna be very confusing, but it is what it is, okay? So, you're gonna sit in front of your partner. And he's gonna lay down, flat on his back, okay? I'm gonna put one leg in the middle of his legs, all right? And wrap my other one around the thigh, like a De La Riva, okay? You wanna move something? I don't know what the best angle is for you guys. Okay, with my left arm, I'm gonna grab the pants. You got no gi, just grab the ankle here. And now I'm going to grab his hip, all right? I come over, pull myself as close as possible, come underneath, and end up here. Okay? Right? It's not exactly the position we were starting in, but we're gonna get there. Okay? One more time. So, I can de la riva on the floor. Oh, yeah. Okay. Grab the pants, grab the ankle. The pants is easier in the gi. I'm gonna reach to the pocket or the belt, but the pocket is a bit more tight. Usually, grab what you can grab. With my legs, I'm gonna hook, pull me as close as possible, and Granby roll underneath. And again, look at his hips. Most important thing, get him off the floor. All right, give it a shot. 1, 2, 3. I know it's not enough demonstration.
Like the first one. You do it already. And then it's down.
All right. I was looking around and I think everybody was doing pretty well. Maybe some people were struggling. Are there any questions on it? I'm going to explain this with a little more details now. It's really, it's a class where I say you grab here, here, and here, and here. There's a lot of steps. But if you can do it in a different way, you know the end result. If you can get there a different way, that's also fine. Okay, so we're in de la riva. Imagine I just bumped Vasilis to the floor. We end up here. Okay, usually I have some upper grip. Usually I like to grab the collar, but more on that later. Okay, so I have the pan grip and I have a hook. Okay, the first thing I want to do is grab high. Usually the pants, if I can, and Vasilis is on his hands. Okay, the best grip I think is all the way on the back. Okay, just play around with it, which grip is best. But if you get the back, you don't need to switch your grips the whole sequence. Okay, so I'm here. But if he's on the floor, grab the pants. Okay, like I said, you can grab the belt, but it moves, it's unreliable. I grab here, and now I go with my free foot across the body and I lock as much as I can. So I'm pulling my foot towards my body. Okay, I'm trying to get my knees as close as possible as my body. It will help with the inversion. Okay, and now I'm going to push my head where my knee is at, and I get as close as possible as I can. Okay, if you're all the way here, we're usually gonna lose it. Okay, so grab and pull yourself as close as possible. So use your feet and your arm and your shoulders and get as close as possible. And now I'm here. Up, I go on the side and I elevate his hips from the floor. Okay, but I still keep my knee in between. All right, my body and his body. Okay, one more time.
Understand?
You want to switch sides? Yeah. Okay. So I bumped him on the floor. I got a de la riva hook. I got his pants, and I'm getting the grip back. Okay. Pull. My leg goes across the body, and I hook. Flex your toes. If you want to be good at jiu-jitsu, you usually want to flex your toes up and pull as close as possible. And now use everything to pull yourself underneath. Use your leg as a lever and push him on top of your, I like to push him on my fist. Here. Okay? So I can keep him here. And then we go to the next part. And we combine the two. Okay? Any questions? Give it a shot. 1, 2, 3. Alright. What I'm gonna show now, it's gonna look like nothing new, but it's just a small step to go from step 1 to step 2. Okay? I'm just trying to show the same things as much as possible, because every time you go and try it, like something happens and you can't figure it out, and then you can see it again, and then maybe you can see what we're trying. Okay? So we're here again, pants grip, pants over this side. I hook my legs, get as close as possible, and now I'm here at the hip of the floor. You can see I still have my knee between him and my partner. Okay? Why? If I let go and I already go to step 2 and Vasilis pushes me on this side, and he can start attacking my back. Okay? So there's like always a little mini game on who's more dominant in your leg position. Okay? So again, here, grab the pants, hook, grab the other piece of pants, hook across, and come here. Okay? So for a while, I keep my knee between him and me. So if my knee is in here, it's very hard for him to catch my back. Okay? It's like a stop for him. From here, like I said, take your time, do the steps slowly. Okay? I have him elevated off the floor, and now I come closer. And now just part 2, push him off the floor with the grip, hook in, and crawl to the back. Okay? I know it seems like nothing is added, but it's just that small step. Okay? If you're gonna start berimboloing and you're doing it against a higher belt, they're gonna take your back while you're doing it to them. Okay? It's part of the process. So we're here, grab the fans from here, elevate it, and really use your top leg to push him. Okay? That's your lever, your main lever. Up, push, and now I'm here. The knees in between, can't catch my back, that's fine. Get my knee in between, push, push. I have him here, so now this leg is free. Okay? Do a little hip escape, put my hook in, and crawl to the back. Okay? Here. Your second hook is probably gonna be a fight, but that's part of it. Okay? Here, catch the pants, get as close as possible. And use your top leg as a lever. The knees in between. I come a little bit closer. Push, push, and get to the top. All right? Last sequence. 1, 2, 3.
Like when you're finished now, when you finish berimbolo,
Okay.
instead of like this here,
Oh.
Here, right? Yeah. I think said yeah, still.
When I'm here, I usually want to go for this one. The only thing that I'm gonna add is just a basic de la riva sweep. Okay? I'm here. I got my hooking, right? I got my other leg close to me. And I prefer to get or the grip here, so I can break his posture, or the belt grip. Same thing. The belt grip is very strong. It's very easy to pull someone into it. Okay? So there are 2 options. Or I keep crawling to my side and he falls. Or I elevate him and put him on his butt. Okay? I'm here. Use my second leg. I pull. Have some air time. And put him on his butt. Okay? You can see if you got the belt grip, you're 1 step ahead. You can immediately go here. Up. Get close. From here. Elevate him. Put your knee inside and start crawling up. Okay? But again, it's very unreliable. I usually just like the collar for the posture break and all the other sweeps. Pull, pull, get him on top. Try to get like this little space in time where he's off the floor and it barely costs you any energy. Okay, if you got someone here, like I'm a cat and he's a ball of yarn,
and I feel stupid.
Perfect. The sweep is always there. I know his hands are free, so I cannot put him here, because then he puts his hand on the ground. So I got his leg. He cannot post with his leg. I'm going this way. Okay? And then the rest, you can also do it by grabbing here, up, come close, re-grip from here, closer. And we're finished. Okay? So try it. Other side. Let's add a little bit of fun into it. So the moment his butt touches the floor, he's gonna fight back. Okay? Or you're gonna do it. Okay, so I'm here, you touch the floor, and now immediately you start fighting. Okay? As a top person, he's trying to sweep you, so you try to get back up. The bottom person, try to get the back, but remember, you're also just sweeping, so if you end up on top, without the back, you also get points. Okay, so it's not the worst thing in the world. But if you get swept and he gets on top of you, like Francesco says, shame on your family. Okay? So do the sweep. The moment they touch the floor, the hip touches the floor, they start fighting back. Okay? Last one. 1, 2, 3. Bring it in, bring it in. So we end on time and the next one can start on time. Thank you very much. There was like an extra in between position I also wanted to show, but time is running out. So there's more to it, but I think that when I looked around, it went very well. If you have any more questions during open mat or whatever, I'm always available. My name is Nigel if you can't remember. All right. Thank you very much for being here at 6 o'clock and your attention after a long day.